Good morning, everyone. Why? Is that you are there? Mr. Tan, can I start?
Loud and clear, not?
Yes, can.
Okay, can start lah.
Yeah, can start lah. Okay. I can see your face.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Winnie. I'm the Inside Sales Manager from SynchroWeb. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to attend the webinar that is regarding our IPCOM Switch product update. So we would like to introduce Mr. Tan, which is our presenter today. So, Wai Tan, you are there?
Hi, morning.
Morning, everyone. Okay,
Hi.
let me start the webinar and show you our company profile. SynchroWeb is established in 1999 and we have 20 years of experience. We are specialized in the Wi-Fi solution industry. Our expertise is distribution, support, training, and analytical software as a services. Besides that, SynchroWeb also provides the best Wi-Fi solution platform for all related industry, especially the hospitality, retail, education, smart city, medical, and even event center. Actually, I can end up my session. If you have any question, can you drop your message to the chat room? So we will try to answer you after the webinar. So you can start for your webinar today.
Alright, thank you, Winnie, for introduction.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Wai Tan here from IPCOM Malaysia. So today, actually, we're gonna give you an update on our switches. Basically, we'll be covering the full range of switches. So what will be available? So for you to purchase from SynchroWeb lah. On yeah, I get the thing up. All right, Winnie, can see everything okay there? Winnie?
Can.
Okay,
Good.
everybody can
Good.
see,
Yes.
Okay, so basically this is our March update for the model switch lineup. So today we'll be covering all the switches lah. So firstly, we'll talk about the gigabit switches. So here is simple. We segregate out by layer 2 and layer 3, and they have the 1 gig uplink basically on the top and the 10G uplink on the bottom lah. So for the layer 2 and layer 3, the difference will be basically what we call is a G33 series. The layer 3 will be a G53 series lah. Then basically you have a 10 port and the 24 port lah. Then down there will be the 10 gig uplink, and the EI, the XEI will be come with the stacking function lah. And after that, the other one will be the unmanaged switches only. So basically we have a range of 5, 8, 16, and 24 lah. This will be the standard one lah. And this will be the product matrix. So basically, for the switches, basically non-PoE one, we will only be bringing in the gigabit models lah. So this one we will start from the 4, 8, 16, and 24 lah. Okay, first we will introduce the 10 gig uplink switches first lah. So here we have two models. So the top one, the 5528XEI, will be the one with the stacking port lah. And the bottom one, the 5328X, is the one with the 4 port 10 gig uplink lah. Then as for standard, the whole range for all the switches we provide from IPCOM, all is have the lightning protection up to 6 kilovolt lah. Basically, it will cover for up to the surge from the power supply, including the ports as well lah. And as for the layer 3 hardware, because we are using all the latest, the newer chipset from the Marvel, so basically we have a bigger RAM buffer lah. So the ones you see outside right now is basically around 4 meg, 8 megs. So basically we offer up to 12 megs of RAM for the buffer for the 5328X. So the rest of the function for the layer 3, you have the layer 3 routing, the DHCP servers, the VLAN routing. So all will come in for the standard layer 3 functions. So for any question up to this, if nothing, we'll go ahead lah. Okay, next will be the standard these are our standard managed switches. So this we offer in their layer 2 and layer 3 flavors. So basically this will be the layer 3 one lah. So layer 3 simple. This one the first one is we call it is the 8 port, but we make it in the 12 port form lah. It's basically a 8 plus 2 plus 2. So because it's 8 is the standard, 2 is the uplink port, and the other 2 is SFP. So all fully independent one. And below the 24 is the 24 plus 4 lah. So 24 standard gigabit, and another is a 4 SFP lah. So same as previously, all the layer 3 function all will be inside, including the DHCP server and DHCP scooping all the telnet things lah. Next one we'll go through is a layer. This one is what we call is the budget version of the managed switch. This one will be categorized under the layer 2. So this one actually what's the difference is actually they just missing out the static routing and the DHCP server portion only lah. So for the hardware wise, basically you still get the large RAM buffer lah. So any question up to now? Okay, now after we will just basically show you what's the difference between the layer 2 and layer 3 as well. So for easier understanding. Next, we'll go towards the PoE switch. So PoE switch, actually we do a refresh for the last few months. Basically for this year, we have all the new lineup lah. And simple on this one, we start with the gigabit models first. Gigabit, basically on top we have the managed, and then the bottom we have the unmanaged lah. So the focus of the today actually is for the layer 2, layer 3 switches, and another is this unmanaged switch. You will see the new model there. This is the G1105PD. So what's the PD stands for? It's a PoE powered device. So this device actually doesn't run on AC adapters. Basically you run it on a PoE power, and you basically take it as this switch is like a PoE extender. Then after we'll go through in details to explain about this new product. So basically on the top, the managed switch standard 8 port and 24 port lah. So then the PoE extender, the 5 port one, and the rest will be the 4, 8, 16, 24 lah.
Sorry, Mr. Alright. In the
Yes.
chat room, got people asking for the core switch.
Core switch, you need in PoE or non-PoE?
I think is in Jack Sharish mentioned that the fiber core switch.
Fiber core switch, they haven't reached yet. So we are still getting the finalized data sheet lah.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next we'll go towards the 100 meg. This one, the 100 meg switches. This one actually we designed for the CCTV use one. So all the 100 meg switch here. So basically we have in 2 flavors only lah, 2 forms only lah. One is the web smart, the other is unmanaged lah. So both we have the uplink ports lah. Uplink port will be 1 gig lah. So then after we go through one by one, to tell you what we have inside the functions, what we inside or included the function. So this will be the metrics. This for the gigabit models. So 4, 8, 16, 24. And the next one will be the 100 base one. This one later, SyncroWeb will share out the PowerPoint slides and show the metrics for you to easier, at least you know where you can which model to place the order. All right, so next we go towards the in detail for the one by one or for the BOE switch. We will start from the 100 base first. So basically this what is special for this, actually instead of we doing the 5 ports, we will give additional port. So now we are giving in 6 and 10. So for this 6 port, basically is a 4 PoE powered, then 2 uplink port. Then one of the uplink port actually you can use basically to like connect to the NVIDIA recorder lah. But then the 6 port all is 100 base. Just for info, the 6 port all is 100 base. Only when you talk about this, the 10 port is 8 plus 2. When the 2 port is actually the gigabit uplink lah. And for the working mode, because then this since it's unmanaged switch, we have an additional function. This is a special from IPCOM for CCTV use lah. So this one you can power up to 250 meter distance. So to enable that, actually behind you have one switch there for you to enable the function lah. Okay, after at the end, basically we will show you what one by one of the switches. We will show you what's the mode for you to understand more towards what the mode does lah. Next will be the 16 and the 24 port lah. So as you see, this F11 series F11 is an unmanaged switch. So the center, this one F118 18 port dash 16. 16 will be the 16 PoE power port lah. Then the 250 is the total 250 watt power of the switch lah. So as you can see on the left hand side of beside all the gigabit port, you will see there's a switch there. So this is where you set up the mode for the switch, this unmanaged switch. So the selling point for all this switch, one is because we already have the 250 meter power switch, the power transmission. So for any question? Vinny, got anything there? Okay, don't even proceed first. Okay, for WebSmart, this one, what is different from the unmanaged? So this one managed, you can do the VLAN. Then for each of the switches, you can individually set. Like just unmanaged, when you change the mode, you affect all the ports. As for this, the WebSmart, you can change mode based on individual ports. So you can either use individual one for the normal PoE, another one for to extend the power. And this will come with the 1 gigabit uplink port as well.
So why this is the manager or unmanaged?
This one is a managed.
Yeah.
It's under the PoE for the CCTV one. Simple terms is this will be divided by managed, unmanaged. This one will be the managed switch lah.
Okay.
So simple terms, this one's the selling point actually is the 250 meter transmission and you can control individually by each port. Then this model, since you are managed, it can support the VLAN tagging. Next one is the managed PoE switch. So for the managed PoE switch, we only do for the gigabit models lah. So basically, we provide up to basically the layer 2, 3 function all we put in lah. So the only part missing will be you don't have the DHCP server only lah. So this one we upgraded the power output. So for the 24 port, so we boosted the power up to 410 watts already lah. So this one is a plain simple 24 plus 4 lah. So all ports independent one. So for the 8 port is actually 8 plus 1 plus 1. So we have one uplink and one SFP there lah. Okay, next one. So far, everything okay or not, Winnie?
Okay, my side is
Everything good there?
okay. It's good.
So, your dealer out there, okay. Actually, today we can take it up like the discussion like that lah. Actually, got anything can raise up lah.
Yeah. So any questions? Anybody? I think so far, you can go ahead lah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So layer 3 and layer 2, that's why as we mentioned lah. Simple thing, what's the difference? Basically, where they work lah. So basically, like what we're talking about, layer 2 is a data link layer. So basically, it's one layer below the layer 3 lah. So this will be technical. Never mind. This one, usually Winnie will just share out lah later. So we simple. Actually, we talk about product first lah. So when we're talking about product, what's the difference between the layer 2 and layer 3 switch? So here we have two models lah, 3328 and a 5328. So what's the difference? Simple ni. Basically, for what the layer 3 have, the layer 2 don't have is the static routing, VLAN routing, and the DHCP server ni lah. So the rest of the function and feature all remain the same lah, because it's using the same chipset from the same manufacturer lah, the Marvell one lah. And as for why you want to use the layer 3, is from here we will see what are the two differences. So when you go towards layer 3, so meaning you try to speed up basically your data packet forwarding, is it?
Yes.
So basically from, let's say, using the layer 2 switch, all your traffic actually you need to go back to your gateway first. So all your data, your packet need to go back to your router to basically use a long path, then only come back. Instead of that, you can use the layer 3. Basically, you do the shortest path lah.
Okay.
So you bypass, basically you bypass the router, but through basically you do the core switch there. Basically you take the layer 3 and act like a core switch. Basically they will just reroute from A to B only lah.
Okay, understand.
So far, any question from there's any side there?
So far it's good.
Okay.
I think you can go ahead.
So this is this will be the product positioning lah. So this is where we talk about the core layer, converge layer, access layer lah. So basically for the core layer, basically we will push the layer 3 switches there lah.
Okay.
And converge, basically you can mix together with the layer 2. So for all the PoE switch, basically we will just put it at the access level lah, because this will be to power up all your wireless AP, your phones, or other devices lah. Then the next, actually, the another one, when we talk about refresh, all those the switches. So just now we got a new function inside here, where we call it is a LLDP. It's actually a local LAN discovery protocol lah. So basically, with the protocol, what it does actually is that it will generate a visualization of your network. It will generate what for devices connected there. It will basically show up. Like, let's say, well, you got a camera, you got the AP, you got a PC. Then in front, let's say you got a gateway. Then it basically show you all the visualization of all your devices lah. So from there, you can even turn on and off the PoE power lah. So for this feature, anybody plan to use it, Isam? So after never mind, this one I can show you the live demo as well after.
Yeah, maybe we can arrange another training to show you the live one.
And after we show the simple one.
Yes, simple. Yes. You're right.
Then this will be the cloud. Then all this when just now when you say we got the LDP, And another new function will be we can cloud manage lah. Basically, you can use the cloud. We can manage, monitor the switches already lah. So from here, actually, I've already connected basically the router, the switches, and the Wi-Fi AP lah. Alright, so far so good everything there.
Yes.
Okay. We go
Yeah.
towards the
We are
unmanaged
maybe,
PoE lah.
yeah, unmanaged PoE.
We go towards an unmanaged PoE. So this will be the F11 series lah.
Which
11
means start
series.
from the number is start from the 11 series.
11
is it?
series. So just now, like I say, just now the 6 port F1106,
Mm-hmm.
10 port F1110, F1110.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Then the 16 port is because 18 port is F1118 lah, 1118 lah.
Okay.
And one more is F1126. Okay. So what we have here? So we have this for this 6 port. So basically they have one switch behind. Basically they have the one small little switch behind the basically with the push the left and right only lah. So they have the standard and extend. So extend basically to extend your power limit. So for you to boost up your PoE transmission up to 250 meters lah. So when you use that, basically your 4-port PoE, they'll consolidate, then the more power will come from the port 1 and port 2 lah. So that's why they have the white color marking there lah. And next one is the 10 port. So basically here you have 8 port of PoE. Then your switch, you only have 3 modes here. One will be the default, then the VLAN and extend. So most probably you will use the extend mode most of the time lah. And as for the VLAN, how you use it is actually once you enable the VLAN, so from port 1 to 8, they cannot see each other. So basically, like they create a VLAN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So by then here they can only communicate with port 9 and 10 only. So let's say if you want to look at port 1, I say want to port 3. So you need to plug your PC on port number 10 to see individual all of them lah. So let's say you plug a port number 8, you cannot see 1 and 3. Okay, next one, this 16 and 24 will be like the same switch lah. So this one, what is the additional function is actually the priority lah. Priority meaning the high bit, so basically the first eight ports in front the white marking become a high priority port. Well, high priority meaning all the power will be concentrated there, including all the traffic will be there also lah. So all the traffic will prioritize over there, including the PoE power there. Same thing, 24 port for the 4 modes, standard, priority, extend, and VLAN lah. So far so good.
Yes.
Okay. Now as today the new focus product lah, this just now as you mentioned lah,
it's very good.
PoE extender lah, the G1105PD lah. PD as we put it as a PoE powered PoE device lah, or powered device lah.
What we call is a PoE extended.
Simple terms is we call it become a PoE extender switch lah.
Yes.
So how you use simple terms is we put it simple. This is where you need to extend your network cable from the maximum 100 meters to 200 meters. And in between, you cannot find the PoE power. This is the simple terms. So this is the product itself. So this is simple one. It looks like similar to a 5-port switch. So the only thing different is it don't have the power in. The power in is actually is a PoE in. So you'll receive 330 watts and output back 27 watts lah. So the maximum per port is 15 watt only. Okay, this will show what's the thing look like lah. And how the thing is used actually is you need a PoE switch. The best actually use a gigabit PoE switch lah. So this thing will receive 30 watt from the switch and you output back 27 in total. So if you don't have switch, you can also use a PoE injector to power up the device lah. So actually, what's the use? The use actually is like this. This is where we talk about the net. You want to extend the cable. You have a PoE switch. You have the one camera which is like over 100 meters. The problem is you cannot find the AC power. You have no AC power outlet. So how you want to extend? So actually use this 1105 PD. You put in the middle. So basically you extend the cable to be over 100 meter and you will provide the PoE power to the camera lah. Alright, so the next one is you use to simplify cabling. Here you see the top one. Actually, you get multiple cables. Then let's say you are dealing with 80 meter cables. So there's a lot of cable that become very big trunk. So how you reduce that? Basically, you can use this extender. You reduce to only one cable. So it look neater and nicer, correct? So I think okay here?
Yes.
Alright.
Mm.
Good. At least everybody get the picture. Or today everybody's so quiet.
Okay, in the chat room, Inject Nizam, they are asking, do power will reduce like that?
Which one?
Inject Nizam, they are asking the do power will reduce like that?
Okay, power will reduce. Okay, simple things. Because like as I mentioned, this one you go back to this slide. So basically your PoE power you come from the PoE switch. The PoE maximum is output 30 watts only. So the switch itself it will consume 3 watts lah. So once you consume that, so you output back at 27 watts.
Okay.
So the maximum is only 27.
So Inject Nizam, is that can you hear? Yeah, he said okay.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
So anything okay here?
Yeah. So far,
You got
okay.
any question? Actually, can on your mic also, no problem.
Yeah, I think Hyrule, they have asking about the question is maximum input power.
Yeah, maximum actually 30 ni, because it is based on your PoE switch. Your PoE switch can only output maximum of 30 watts. That means the PoE plus.
Okay.
And
So,
the output for the PD is this PoE is 15 watt. That means PoE is on AF only.
okay. So Hyrule, is that okay? Can you hear? Then I have another question is from Inject Shares. They are asking what if using 4 port, 6.75 watt per port, is that correct? Is that can?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So Inject Shares, okay.
The power budget is 27 watt. So basically you can play around, let's say you got like 555, or let's say you got 7, then let's say you got 8, that means 16 plus, means 16 plus, then you have the additional last there, 9 watts, the another power budget lah. So like 8, 4.5, 4.5 lah.
Okay.
So another one is actually you can take just as you mentioned lah. This one PoE extender lah. So you can use like a long range this relay to extend lah. So like this idea, let's say you got 100 meter, you got a limitation. So you try to go over. So you use the 100 meter limit, let's say to still receive a gigabit, and then you can extend the camera power up to another 175 meter. But this to give you a warning, once you go over the 100 meters, you from gigabit you drop down to 100 meg lah, which is good enough for more than enough for a camera near transmission lah.
Okay, so Encik Nizam have a question. You're asking about this PoE extended is manageable and unmanaged.
Oh, this is unmanaged. Basically, is I got nothing to set inside there one.
So, Encik Nizam, can you hear that?
So this is unmanaged, so everything will be automatic lah.
Okay. Is that okay?
Okay, any more question?
Yeah. Any more questions? If no, we are continues our
All right,
slide.
continue lah. So
Yes.
the first protection, standard order range. So that's why we include the grounding there. So you need to do grounding to protect this device. So the PoE will protect the, basically once you talk about PoE, then you need to search protection on the PoE ports there lah. Because we also designed this for outdoor use actually. So for here, simple term, sorry for the Chinese wording. Simple term is, this is where we use a lot for camera, basically for outdoor monitoring, where you can extend the power lah. Simple term, this one I'll go next lah, fast lah. So this will be the actual graph of how is it wired lah. So basically, you from your core switch, you go down to your PoE switch. So basically, some of the camera you can between the range, that means between 100 meters. So for those, let's say out of your range, outside for 100 meters. So how you use it? You use it like a power, basically it's like your electrical power socket like that lah. You just extend out only lah. Another one you can put, like say for the tiang there, you basically you can do is you extend the cable, then use the injector to power up this PoE device, this 1105 PD to power up all your cameras lah. Next thing, this what you see a lot of people will do is actually this. Imagine say now you have a 16 port PoE. Then your camera, you put it, let's say I give you an example here, you have 12 cameras. Each is 7 watts each lah, the power output, the usage. So now as I said, you have this 250 watt switch, but you're using only up to 84 watt, or maybe I give you each camera is 10 watts lah. Then it's 16 port. I use all 16 port. Then you're already using maximum 160 watts only. So what's the rest, like how's it, the 80 watts is already like wasted lah. Nobody use lah. Since you got enough power, but you need, why not I use additional power from this PoE switch? How you can do is you extend one of the port to this 105 PD. Then from the port itself, you output the 30 watts, so you can extend more cameras from the switch itself lah. So basically to maximize the power from the existing PoE switch lah. So instead like 16 port, now you extend 4, you have additional 4 ports to output the power lah. And you can put a multiple of this 1105 PD as well lah, from this the PoE switch lah. Same thing to the 24 port, you got 410, even bigger power budget. So basically you can put more, you can use more switches to power up more cameras from there. And the next one is actually this sample, because got somebody asked this idea, got some projects lah. So they have this outdoor monitoring, they fix on the pole lah. So the standard one, actually where they fix is this PoE switch at the bottom. Then each of the switch, then we have the uplink port and the AC power to go to each of the pole lah. So imagine like let's say I got 15 pole. That means I need to pull 15 uplink cable, that means the fibers. Then I need to pull the 15 AC power. So it'll be very costly. So instead of doing that, so why not just pull, let's say 15, then I can divide it to like one cable I share between the 3 tiang lah. three things, basically you pull 5 only. I mean 5 uplink and 5 the AC power. So I'll be saving cost from there. Then from how I extend the power from the basically the main pole. So I use this 105 PD. So I will get the power from the 10 port switch lah. So when this 10 port switch have the 90 watts power budget, so basically you will divide the 30 each tiang or 30 watts lah. And this is enough to power like 105 PD and 2 cameras lah. Then bear in mind this is the 15 watt IR camera lah. So far so good there.
Yes.
Actually, we reached end of the slide already.
Uh-huh.
So, got any question? Feel free to ask.
Yeah, any questions? Thing is there's no questions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since you're-
okay. Since there are no question, it's okay. So we will be if let's say no any question, we will end up our webinar.
Well, this
After the
one,
webinar, yeah. After
can
the
show you lah.
webinar, after the webinar, we will be send the PowerPoint, the slide, even the price list, and you can be try if you have any question, you can try to call SynchroWeb or email to us. So we will try to give you the info. So well done. You have any announce or
Okay, this one for the short one, this one is like a teaser for you guys lah. It
Yes.
basically show you the IMS lah.
Mm.
Basically the cloud function lah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hopefully you can see the cloud function there running.
Yes.
Okay, this will be the cloud. This is the terminal for the cloud. So this is where, let's say I give you my project. So right now, actually, I've done the test. Basically, I do a setup, one at my home and then one in my office lah. So I give you a sample lah. Office here, basically the router is cloud connected. Then I got 3 switches connected to cloud also. Then I got one AP here. So basically, it will show you all the statistics of how many users are using. Yeah, am I connected to internet? And then basically I can know what's going on, how much traffic is going on within 24 hours, 3 days, 72 hours. And for the devices, basically I can go here, device list. Basically I can see what's going on between all my devices. I say I want to check my 8-port PoE switch. So I can see, here I got a link to the uplink, then which port is running, or maybe there lah. Then including here is also the 10 gig switch lah. So it basically show you what's going on there. So the main point for this, the IMS Cloud, actually to manage your SSID and manage your devices. Then for the network, right, here simple. I can create a VLAN here. Basically, I can do a LAN configuration. Basically, I can set up a VLAN here already. Then the routing and including the port forwarding as well. And as for Wi-Fi,
you are right.
Yes.
So Farihan, asking about the cloud management. Is that free?
Yeah, it's free. This
Yeah,
one
it's free.
it's free, so it's free for life until maybe the server just crack lah.
Yeah.
So here I push the wireless, the SSID settings here lah. Then basically the fun part is this part lah, where this one is actually we used to optimize the Wi-Fi's the radio frequency lah. So for me here is like I set it up every day 8 o'clock in the morning. So you scan my surrounding network for all those devices or everybody, basically my neighbor's device lah. So when after the scanning, right, you choose the best frequency, the best signal lah. So as for don't need to clash with my neighbors lah. So this will be done automatically. So far so good there?
Yes.
And one more thing, let's say now I connected to my router. In case I need to do any setting, so basically remote setting, just click here lah.
Okay, all right. Mr. Lee is asking, the crowd management can be used on the model EW9 and EP9 access point.
That one different. I don't think as for now not supported.
Yeah, Mr. Lee, so far it's no supported is for the EW9 and the EP9.
So why? How do you manage EW9 and EP9 at the crowd?
That one is through the mobile phone apps only.
Okay.
Okay, just now we're talking about the LDP, right? So this how to say, just on the visualization thing. Okay, this one I show you guys as well. Since we are here already. So here the visualization is actually under this portion. Click here, basically you generate the thing lah. So you'll see here, will show you how many devices is connected here lah. So this will be my 10 gig switch. So this should be my another switch here. Then the rest will be all the client devices. Then the AP, this will be the AP actually. So for those offline, basically just clear them off lah. So another one basically can show is this one. This will be directly connected to my router lah. This is what we actually are using right now lah. Okay, here you basically show what is connected, how many devices connected here lah. So my 530, why is show as router? Because it's switch. Somebody gonna press it. Okay, so basically you show the router, my router will connected here. So the switch here, then the rest will be the client devices lah. So in case I need to power off this one, basically actually can click here to power off the device. Then the PoE manage, basically here basically I will already connected to one AP lah. So here basically I can power off. So I think that okay?
Yes. So any question? I think no any questions. So far, right?
So really any promotion there?
Yeah, all right. Maybe share about the warranty, like how many years warranty are given by IBCOM for the switches and product.
Hi, BD.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, maybe share about the warranty or what IBCOM, how many years you're giving compared to other players in the market.
Oh, warranty basically we provided is a standard 3 years. So everything for like the warranty, hardware warranty, technical or support. So you all can basically you need to contact with SynchroWeb first lah. Basically arrange with them. So basically we will do the warranty. Basically if got all this basically fast one, you do the one-to-one swap only lah.
Right. So basically at SynchroWeb side, right, is any warranty, any hardware faulty, right, you test by an engineer. When it's confirmed, right, we got stock, we do a one-to-one swap for our customer actually. Right. Other than that, for support the product, will be the level 1. If we can't do that, we'll change back to IBCOM Malaysia to handle the support issue. So this is the offer to all our partners who work with SyncroWeb. So let's
Special
say you
service
guys,
from SyncroWeb.
okay. Let's say you guys have any like project, we can direct the account with IPCOM so that you are protected with the more discounted price. So any questions to ask? Anything you'd like to know? Right? Anything that you think we miss out, let us know. We try to do the next webinar. Right, if there's no further question, thanks YY for this morning assistant. At the same time, I think we will send the slides to all the participants today, right?
Yes.
Right, and then do let us know if any questions or any pricing. We'll do our best to assist you, right? So we need pass back to you.
So in case you need the loan any devices, basically you can contact Sunny lah. We'll arrange for you guys lah.
Okay. So if you all you know any questions, so maybe we will end up the webinar. So thank you for everyone. Enjoy the webinar and then stay safe and take care. If you have any question, you can contact to SyncroWeb. Thank you. Okay, thank you all. We're done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Who from JB come.
Okay.
Today I'm JB.